welcome back to another 8-Bit Podcast. I'm James.
I'm John.
Renato.
I could give two fucks.
And I'm Andy.
And I'm Renato again, because Daren was talking.
Because Daren was gay.
Daren didn't let me do what I wanted.
Daren is God. He created us.
We all willed ourselves
Damn
into
straight.
existence at the ages we are currently.
We are all actually split personalities of Daren.
Yeah.
Damn straight.
And some of us are different colors.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it's
sexual
really weird.
orientations.
Discriminate.
And
Daren, you know what that
sizes.
means? You've
Yeah.
got two black guys inside you.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, one black guy and one...
and a half.
Yeah.
Weird.
He has one and a half black guys in him.
Blacks.
Yeah, it's like
2.5
Charlie.
blacks.
It's like
There was-
Charlie Ultra Sheen or something.
There was a subject I wanted to talk about.
Rape.
Coming. No.
It's not funny,
I
guys.
started off
It's
with like
hilarious.
a super serious. We were like starting it off really lighthearted. I'm like, all right, guys, what do you think about the rape epidemic that's going on right now? No.
Are
Coming.
we going to be talking about rape
No, I was saying we
Rape
need to talk
term?
about coming to terms with 9/11.
Oh, yeah. 9/11,
It's been a long
Worldwide
time.
Rape tour.
And
I thought it was a
cool.
joke.
9/11, what's that?
You know,
Isn't that that place
I
that sells...
forgot.
It never happened.
Don't
I
they
forgot.
sell taquitos?
No, that's Six Flags.
Is that the one where they
No, that's
they have
Columbine,
every
man.
on September 11th they have free Slurpees
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
to put out the fires?
I don't know, guys. I forgot.
Is
I
that
know
one
I
thing
wasn't
the
supposed to
government did?
forget, but I forgot.
All right, come up with a topic of discussion. You're the host.
What? You said you had a topic.
Oh, sure. I wanted to talk about
9/11.
all our Santa experiences. Even though it's not Christmas, let's talk about all our Santa experiences.
Why is this being held in the middle of summer? Like, why are we doing this in
Yeah,
August?
It's been in my phone for months. I want to talk about it. It's interesting.
Why? You're Jewish. You don't get to celebrate Christmas.
I have
Go
a Santa
back to
story though.
Hanukkah.
I have Santa stories.
I don't have a Santa story.
I don't
Really?
either. I
How'd you
celebrate
find out about
You
Kwanzaa.
have Jewish Santa stories? You're Jewish.
You just
How
said
did
they
you-
were Jewish Santa stories.
His question's gonna be, how'd you guys find out about Santa? I found out because my mom told me because we celebrate Hanukkah.
No, fine. We'll talk about it during Christmas.
And then I found
All
out
right.
because I was wearing
All
my
right.
Kinte Claus celebrating Kwanzaa. My parents were just like, fucking Santa doesn't exist.
All right.
I'm just like, yeah, you're right, Mom.
Black Santa exists.
Let's talk about what's the most generous thing you've ever done?
The most generous? It's sad that the thing that comes to mind immediately is like some of the most terrible things I've done.
How is that possible?
The
I
most
don't-
effort
well,
I've ever
because,
put
like-
into someone was to fuck him off.
Well, no, like I do generous things all the time, like give people money. I mean, I gave fucking a coworker I fucking hated $200 to pay rent. Like,
Yeah, she still.
and yeah, she still owes me like what, $180. She promised
I,
to pay me
I
back.
hustled
in,
her
like,
a little bit and got her that 20.
Yeah,
Got you
got
that
20. But like,
I'll rough her up a little bit more.
Oh god.
If you know what I mean.
well, no,
Yeah.
but
the
like
shit
even
out of
then, I don't consider that generous because like, well, she promised to pay me
Because you
back. and
fucking
I-
hate her and you call her a dumb bitch all the fucking time.
Yeah, well, that it's
It's true,
kind
though.
of like owning someone. Like it's so weird because she can't
you know how
ever
it
do.
feels.
Well, no, it's so. But like
It's
she
great,
can't
isn't it?
ever do anything to
Now
me
you understand it.
because
I'll
it's
never
just
go back.
like, man, where's that $200? Like she can never say anything to me.
Yeah.
It's kind of like I have power over her. But like
That's
even-
why you shouldn't take money from people because instantly they basically have power over you.
Yeah, it's just like, man, where's that 200? Well, not at least not large
That's
sums.
why I hate being in debt.
But like, but like,
But John, you're Jewish. You have a perfect credit score.
yeah, that's
true.
what it's supposed to be.
Non-existent. It's perfect.
I mean, but
There's no
like
records.
I do, I guess small generous shit all the time. But like I guess that's why the terrible things come to mind because those stick out to me because like oh shit that was really bad or something. But like also I can't really consider that the most generous act because like my
guess-
subsequent thought like later down the line when I needed that $200 was God. Your excuse for not giving me $200 was you needed to feed your cat. So if I went to your house and burned down the trailer and killed all your fucking cats, would I get that money?
I guess like a less egotistical way to put it is like something you did that just honestly felt like a good thing to do. Like something you did that in your heart felt like a good thing to do and you felt good afterwards and you felt like you did some good.
Well, even then I don't get that because, like, for instance, I like
I'm a
well,
psychopath and I murder people. I'm
No,
just
no, like I
under
buy
corpses.
people groceries sometimes when they come through my line and it's just like, oh shit, man, I don't have enough or something. I'll just be like, it's all good, I got it, or
Yeah.
something like that. Like I bought this lady, she got like $53 worth of stuff, and like I guess like her EBT card didn't go through or something, and she like panicked, and I was just like, it's fine, I got it, whatever.
There you go. That's a good thing.
But like,
Yeah.
but even then, I'm not like, oh man, that felt so good.
Yeah,
I
I
really
get you.
did the world good. Like it's
Yeah.
more like
yeah,
whatever.
I got you. It's not like stroking your dick.
Yeah, I'm not like, I wasn't at home
Yeah.
later just like, oh god, I'm such a good person. I'm such a good
Oh,
person.
yeah.
I did all those good deeds.
Oh, you did good, James. You did good.
Yeah. You should make a movie about me, God.
Called Spider-Man.
It's called 12 Years a Slave. All right, Andrew.
Are we doing like economically generous? Because I don't have money for myself.
No,
I've
any
never
generous
done any
thing. Just a
generous
nice
act.
thing
So
you
then
did.
what is all right?
Nicest thing you did. I guess we could rephrase it again.
Nicest thing I've done. Well, there was that one time.
He had sex with a retarded girl.
Oh
was very
yeah,
nice
that was
for
really
him.
nice. Yeah.
That was really nice of her.
That was the nicest person I ever did.
Nicest favor I ever did a bitch.
I mean, let's see. There's that one time I had stayed up all night at Daren's house, and I got home, and my long distance girlfriend at the time was
Sucking dick.
having a bit of a moment. She was suicidally depressed, so you know how that goes. And so she.
I don't think many people at home would just know how that goes. Like, oh yeah, I've had a suicide.
Why? Because they're 10
Well,
and they never had a girlfriend at all.
well, no, but like that's just such a weird thing. It was just like you know how that goes. It's just like I don't. That's not a thing that's common. Like,
He's just not trying to go into it right
yeah,
now.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so she was feeling really bad.
So she killed herself.
And no, but she.
And I was like, I'll throw your ashes in the river. I'll pour your ashes down my toilet. How about that? You like that? Good ceremony.
Anyway, I felt like physically like shit because I had stayed up all night and just like I could barely stay awake. But she really wanted me to talk to her, and she wouldn't be back home until after her work, and she had a night shift. So basically, I stayed up, I don't know, like 40 hours to cheer her up, and I never told her
And get
that
right
I
in the
did
pussy.
stay up that late.
That's nice.
And then you broke up, and then you were just like, I stayed up 30 hours for you, bitch. You fucking bitch. You fucking not knowing I stayed up 30 hours, bitch.
It was actually like 24
Oh,
hours,
she
but
said
then he
she
like
didn't
upped it to
know.
like 50. You fucking
I stayed up a whole week for you.
I stayed up 2 years for you, bitch.
My
I
whole
only
life.
knew you for 2 years. I
the
haven't
whole time.
slept.
I haven't slept.
You suck.
Our time zones are fucked up. I was asleep.
Okay, well, that's pretty nice. Renato!
Probably the same boat.
You fucked a girl you didn't find attractive. Congratulations.
Good job, Renato.
No!
Wow.
Took
You
a bitch
fucked
to prom in
Andrew.
another country.
You did what?
Took a girl
Oh,
to
that's
prom in
right. I
another
forgot
country
about that.
And bought her dress and planned the prom theme.
You
To
blew
her.
up a whole village in Afghanistan? What the fuck?
Basically, that's what
That was
happened.
very nice of him for George Bush.
That was nice, yeah.
You did
We turn over Renato's
Wait,
George
what
Bush.
did you do? What did you do?
I'm proud of you.
He
I
took a girl.
Bought her
in
a prom
another
dress,
country.
bought my plane ticket to go take her to prom, and got the plan. The
that was-
prom themed to Alice in Wonderland, which she
Wasn't
loves.
that the girl in Jordan?
Yep,
Yeah.
that fucked me over.
Wow, it's really
She
cheap.
fucked you over.
She must
Literally?
What did she do?
Like,
What did she do?
I had been dating her for like 11th grade, 12th grade, or 11th grade to that summer. Then I moved back here, long distance whole year. She's fucked up in the head, suicidal.
yeah, she killed herself.
She actually
All
killed
that
herself. Man, she
What a
fucked me
bitch.
over. What a dumb bitch.
Like puts me through all this shit. I like work the whole year, buy my plane ticket, buy the prom dress, plan the prom to be Alice in Wonderland themed. She likes Alice in
It
Wonderland.
was Auschwitz themed? What the fuck?
It was.
She was
it
a Nazi. She liked Auschwitz.
It was Killjohn themed.
She was
Right?
a Nazi in Jordan.
I
It
get
makes
there,
sense.
and then she's like, "Oh yeah, we're breaking up," and I was like,
Wait, you got there and she broke up with you?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Wait, but you still
That's
went to
fucked
prom?
up.
That's not
Wait,
generous.
did she break
the
up
day
before prom or
the day
after?
I was leaving, she's like, "Yeah, I can't do this anymore." I was like,
That's fucked up. That's
Yeah,
not
that's
generous.
not-
That's fucked up.
No, dude, that's when you just shoot her in the face. It was
Like,
actually
that's legal in
That's
Jordan,
actually the nicest
right?
thing he did. Let her live.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't have done that.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Renato,
Good job.
You should have known she was trouble. She was in Jordan.
"She was a white bitch."
She had a penis. She was in Jordan.
No, what should have told me, but I didn't know, is that she's from Woodbridge. So
Oh yeah, she was from. Oh right, there was the funny story about how they lived in the same area and then moved to Jordan together and then moved.
Yeah, you hear about that kind of stuff all the time. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was a weird coincidence thing.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Well, no, that was like me. I knew this kid in kindergarten, but like I lived in Arlington. Like for the first half of my life, I lived in Arlington, like some weird like little no-name area that you would never even drive through.
Oh, I know, a nudist colony.
But like, point is, there was this kid on my street who went to my elementary school, and we were like never super close friends or whatever. But I moved away, and I had to start over and stuff. Basically, I'm not gonna make it all dramatic. Who cares? It was like I was like third grade. It wasn't that hard to make new friends. But then I immediately met him again, and it was just like, oh shit, we moved to the same area. And then even weirder, this girl who went to our elementary school also moved there. So it was just like, oh, cool. It was a weird little reunion.
Oh,
Alright, Darren, what's the most generous thing you've ever done?
whipped the kid in the teeth with a light gun.
Yeah.
Taught him a lesson.
Yeah,
just
you
a
have to
kid.
get beaten by Daren. That was the most generous thing.
Definitely not that, but it was basically equally as violent. For
Beat
people
some
who
sense
don't,
into a kid.
no kids, surprisingly. I wish, but I can't stand kids. They're always fucking sticky, and I hate them.
Yeah.
But
After you're done with them, they're sticky.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know why. They're just always sticky.
fuck kids.
Hey, Darren wouldn't do that.
Fuck
He's a
kids.
dog lover.
Yeah.
Lucky for
dog
you, I'm
lover.
a dog lover. And like,
Anywho.
fuck kid's dog.
Any fucking whom.
These dogs are really sticky.
God damn it, I'm losing my train of thought, Andrew.
Dude, let him go. Okay, go.
God, just let me fucking
I wanna hear
remember.
this.
Because god damn it, some people can't let fuckers remember.
Yeah, some people.
Okay.
Whites.
Yeah,
Oh.
right.
You people.
White.
Wait, what do I mean,
I'm
you
talking,
people?
I'm talking to Bruce Jenner over here.
You honky.
My cat, he's really fucking old, like 16. He's going to be 17 this year. And he has dementia. And it's hilarious. And he's also deaf.
Oh,
So you
God.
beat him to death?
Every night during summer, he always stays near the trash cans. And one night, he brought home a mouse and left it upstairs near the sliding glass doors. But it had a broken leg. So my parents were all like, oh, Jesus Christ, you need to get this mouse out of here. So I scoop it up in a cup, and I put it out of its misery.
You know, it's funny. This whole thing that I thought I was just like, oh, he's gonna euthanize the cat. That's the story.
Dude, he's still alive.
Euthanizes the mouse.
Dude, he's still alive.
That was the most generous thing you've ever done was
Yeah,
kill a mouse?
He euthanized the mouse. The little
Because it had a
bastard.
broken leg. I didn't want it to suffer.
Dude, that's great.
And it was cool because afterwards I drowned him in my pee because I only kind of hit like his kidneys and stuff.
Wait a minute.
So I
So
peed
you
on
killed him and then drowned him.
Yes. No, I shoved
peed
it.
on him.
I shoved I got a battery and I kind of, with some wires and stuff, kind of jolted him back to life. Clear. And then I drowned him in pee.
He got a double A and 2 copper wires and was like,
It was a long,
He fixed-
rigorous process. He had to pee in a jar for weeks, and then he just dropped the
No.
bracket. and it was just like-
No. That's not like the time I drowned a baby bird in my semen. No. That took weeks.
Lucky for you, I'm a bird lover.
Nah, fuck birds.
So, John,
what
what's the most
if
generous
you
thing
just
ever
like
did?
took a dog, like a small dog, put one of those cone things around its head, like duct tape it up so it was like airtight, and
And
just
then
like
you just
came
came
in,
in it.
just
for-
jizzed in it until it was like drowning.
Well, I would assume the dog's
What
not
if-
retarded
I
enough
don't
that
know
just
what
keeps
if,
its
Renato.
head up like this.
What do you mean, when
But
if?
why?
Well, it would only work with like a pug dog or something like that with a
He would know.
with no face.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because they don't got muzzles.
All right,
smell
John, what's the most generous
corn
thing you've
chips.
ever done?
Dated a
If
non-Jewish
you
girl.
say a little girl, I'm just
Obviously, I graced my Jew presence.
No, he's never dated a non-Jewish woman.
Gave a penny to one of
That's
those
true.
leave a penny, take a penny Air Force things.
I don't know.
Only
Elizabeth
took
might
2
not have
pennies.
been-
He gave
actually might not have been
$20 to the
Jewish.
guy.
She was part of my religion, but I don't know if she was Jewish though.
But
the
you're
most
Jewish.
the most generous
So that's
thing.
a
Only took
discussion
$1
for the
from a
religion
homeless
podcast. I'm
No, I was
Jewish,
gonna
but
say-
I don't. My religion's not like Judaism. We're a weird cult thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm Jewish, but I'm
But,
not Jewish.
Bet you gonna take over the world.
Yeah, dude. All right, so here's the thing. I was at work, kind of similar to your story, in the fact that I was watching self-checkout. There was a girl that was buying like a cake. It was one of the like decorated cakes, candles, napkins, party supplies, right? And basically she couldn't pay for it, so like she was going around like trying to call her card, figure out why her card isn't working. So I go over and I ask him like, who's the cake for? Whose birthday is it? And it was the little girl, and she was like, oh, it's my birthday. I'm turning like 8 or something. So what I do is I pay for the cake and everything, and I say it's on me. And then she comes back, right? Because like the girl who was trying to call, the older girl that was watching him trying to call the card, looked like she was about to cry because I guess the card wasn't going through. And I was like, you can take this. I got it. It's on me or whatever. And then just happy birthday and whatever. And so they go. And then like a week later, I'm bagging, right? And then like 2 check stands down, I hear about a lady asking about, it was the mom asking about who bought the cake. And she was like, she was like in tears and was like, I need to find him so I can pay him back and stuff like that,
I have
right?
to suck his dick.
Yeah. He was like, I gotta find him.
John
like,
was
where
like
is he?
begging. He's like, oh, I gotta hurry up. I gotta get a job.
I gotta fart on a cake and give it to him.
She was like, and I didn't tell anyone about it, so they didn't know who it was. They were like, oh, we don't know. And I was standing right there, and I didn't say anything about it, and they left. So, yeah.
Oh.
So
nice
John
nice things.
didn't get his money back.
Nope.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you because you're a Jew.
Well, no, it's funny because like I
You're
do
gonna have
that.
to go to the synagogue, man.
Well, yeah, but it's
Repent
like
for your sins.
it's such
Hell
a
yeah.
weird thing. Like people like panic and act like it's the end of the world because they can't buy something that's kind of like whatever. Like I guess
Yeah.
in the case of a birthday cake, it's different. But like my reflex is just kind of buy it for them because like whatever. But like then like months later down the line, someone will be handing me money, and I'm just like, what the fuck? And it's like, oh yeah, I owe you from last time you got me. I was just like,
Yeah.
oh, I don't even remember. So whatever. I just keep the money. I don't care.
Yeah. So it's probably one of the most generous things I've ever done. I guess.
Yeah.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah, that's pretty
It's
cool.
alright.
It's pretty
There's
neat.
no killing animals for fun.
Yeah, just remind-
Yeah, that's a whole new level of generous right there.
Did you
Killing
euthanize?
animals.
Did you euthanize the little girl before paying for the cake? I don't think so.
You should have euthanized the girl who couldn't pay for the cake. Yeah.
Put her out of her misery.
Now you don't need to get a birthday cake because she
You
did.
don't have to worry about anything
Wait,
in life anymore.
I'm
No
sorry,
more
but,
birthday
via
cakes for you.
frozen
Now you're gonna need a
feces.
funeral cake,
He
so I'll
shaped
still
into
get it
a
for
shape.
you.
Frozen stabbed her and killed her.
Oh god. Well, that just reminds me of like, for some reason, whenever I see like little kids in distress, I try to be like the older brother, like the cool older brother thing. But no, John,
Like the older
not the
priest.
not the Japanese anime older brother.
I was
John.
gonna say like the Catholic priest kind of brotherly love, you know.
You know,
The fucker
you know,
right in the
little
ass.
kid love.
Well, no, like for
Poor little
instance,
white
when
kid kind of brotherly love.
like
Kind
for
of
instance, when the
brotherly
little
love.
girl
Poor little
ran
white
up
boy.
to you and Daren at Dave and Buster was just like, "Oh, it's my birthday." I kind of wanted to
Oh,
give
yeah,
her
yeah.
like tokens and just be like, "Oh, happy birthday, kid."
Well, so Daren and I were at Dave and Buster's with James, and this kid is like, "Hi," and then Daren doesn't say anything,
Just
just
this
ignores
little
her. I'm like,
5-year-old
"Hi."
black girl just runs up, "Hi, it's my birthday."
No, he doesn't even say my birthday. He's just
Yeah.
like, "Hi," and he doesn't say anything. I reply, I'm like, "Hi." She's like, "It's my birthday," and I was like, Daren didn't say anything, and I'm like, "Oh, that's cool." And then Darren's like, "My mom says not to talk to strangers," and then like walks away, and the girl's genuine face was just like,
I love that.
I'm a
That's very
stranger.
good.
Oh, I thought everyone else
No,
was a
that
stranger,
was-
not
It
me.
was so weird because like after the instance, I turned back and she's still at the machine with like a blank look on her face, like it was like that destroyed her life. And I was like, oh god, I gotta do something. Like I was just like, oh man, now I gotta buy her something or something. I don't know what to do.
"Oh, I said go give her the chips or whatever." But
Well, yeah, no, I was saying I feel like I should give her the chips, and then
Hey, I was trying to teach her a nice life lesson.
Your mom tells you not to talk to
No,
strangers.
no, like
That's
a life lesson
No,
right
like
there.
100% serious. I could have been a pedophile. And I could have.
I am a pedophile.
I could have euthanized that little girl.
I'm serious. I'm not
And then
fucking
raped your dead
joking.
body.
I'm not
could've been
fucking
fucking
joking.
sick.
If she's going up to just random people and talking and saying hi,
She's gonna
someone's
get killed,
Yeah, someone's
obviously.
gonna fucking
I mean-
kidnap her, and she's gonna show up on the banks of the River Thames in 3 years.
I mean, you have a point, but
No.
you're not a murderer. So,
Yeah,
like,
I know, but I'm trying to
Well,
do
yeah,
like
I-
I Blue's Clues, try to give her a positive message.
Like,
Don't fucking
Yeah,
talk
look,
to me, little girl. I
Steve,
can
don't
rape
you
you.
see
that?
fuck you! I can kill you right now.
I can fuck you right now.
Blue's good too. You can get raped.
Tie you
too.
up and throw you down the river. No one would know.
Has
You want a pair of
Just think about that next time you say hello to somebody.
Fuck you right the pussy.
Think about that next time you say hello to someone.
And
Besides, I just kind of
your
wanted
birthday.
her to fuck off.
Well, I know you did.
She looked like the type of kid who would eat like sticky waffles and then not wash their hands and
Why
just
stop?
leave their
What's
hands.
your obsession with sticky
Oh,
children?
shit.
Always touch
Yeah,
the
I have really bad OCD too.
Right, I forgot.
But every kid I have come into contact with has always
He's come
been just
in
nasty.
contact with
I
all
hate
these
them.
kids.
I just really fucking hate them. And they never shut up.
They're great. I love kids.
I love kids too.
Yeah.
A weird story
The
though.
only type of kid-
Like I was working at the summer camp, right? And like there's this
Oh,
kid.
boy.
No, I wasn't right.
We know where that was
You were
going.
not right.
I was like, I was like, oh hey, if you need a babysitter like during the year, like I'll be your babysitter.
And that's how
I don't
babysitting
understand like how you
3
think
and
that's
3 was
funny.
made.
Like it's a normal thing to do
Is it?
when you work at a summer camp.
Oh, well,
That's like
I'm
already-
sorry, bitch.
Hold on, let him finish. This is hilarious, actually. He told me this story. All right, good.
Did I tell you this?
Yes.
And I was like working. Okay, so I was like, all right. So like I went to school with his babysitter. So I was like, okay, she's going to school. So like I stay here so I could be your babysitter during the year. And he lives close to he lives in the Burke area, so it wouldn't be that hard. And then he goes home and was like, oh, like he offered to do like babysitting job during the year because she's a single mom and all that. And then her reaction is just, oh god, he's a pedophile. I'm going to talk to his boss. And it's just like, I have a fucking county job that works with kids. If I was a weirdo, they would know. And they wouldn't fucking hire me. Like, use your brain, lady. Like, what the shit?
You were just like, I could fuck your kid right now. Shut the fuck
If
up.
I wanted to fuck your kid, I'd already be doing it.
I am already doing it. I just want the extra money.
The Hard Knocks Life thing?
Oh, right. We were making fun of Renato for being a pedophile, and then like it was before the Ratatouille recording, I think.
Yeah.
And I started saying it's a hard knock life for like I put some spin on it to apply to the situation, but I didn't even get that far in because Renato's just like, shut the fuck up, I can fuck you right now, little kid. Or
No,
something.
he was like, shut the fuck up and suck my dick, kid.
Yeah, that's what it was. Shut the fuck up and suck my dick, kid.
It was the funniest thing I ever heard. 'Cause just like,
it
it's
was like
a
that-
hard
this-
knocks. Like, shut the fuck up and suck my dick. I was like, and you were like, just like your reaction, you didn't even laugh. You were just like, wow. Like right after we just were making.
Yeah,
fun of you
I was
for being
just like, wow,
pedophile.
we just made fun of you for being a pedophile, and you tell a little kid to suck your dick. Renato, take a seat.
Well, I
Take a
mean-
seat. What are you doing here? Huh?
Here, come over and have one
I
of these
just have a-
suspiciously benign
Yes.
cookies.
Oh, we should talk about the idea we had. The spoof for.
Oh, for raping little kids?
No, the spoof
Wait,
of
our
Jim Henson. Not Jim Henson. Who's
Chris
the guy?
Hansen?
Chris Hansen. We had a spoof of Chris Hansen spoof.
Chris
where
Hansen.
Chris Hansen shows up, and then another guy comes up, and he's like, Chris Hansen, we need you to sit down here. And he's like, what do you mean? And then, like, basically the guy goes through it. He's like, why do you think you've been at every kid's house all these times?
Yeah, it was this idea I had
And he's
where
like, wait a minute, why have I been at all these
no,
kids' houses?
that's what I was saying. I had an idea where it was
That was
just
my
like,
idea. It was my idea.
Was it?
Yeah, because I told you.
Yeah.
He realizes he's a pedophile and he's like, oh god,
Yeah,
what
I
is
had a
wrong with me?
similar-
He like
Think
goes,
about it.
like,
You've been
full
at
spin.
every been in every pedophile encounter that has ever happened on To
Why
Catch
do
a
you
Predator.
think
And he's
that?
just like, no. It's
Yeah,
like,
and
we
then
have video footage of you here.
He doesn't
Every
remember
single
it.
one.
I love that one
He
episode
goes
of
downstairs
Detective
after
He's been,
raping
like-
the kids and is like, you need to sit down.
He's been like in and out of jail, and like suddenly it comes like full circle, like Memento,
He's
like
like-
Memento, but with a Chris Hansen pedophile guy.
Oh no, the worst thing is the guy telling him all this is like a pedophile he just called in.
Yeah,
Yeah, and it's just like, now you hold that, you
Yeah.
think about this,
It's
I'll
a-
be back in a couple minutes.
it's a
And he,
pedophile.
like,
Chris Hansen just comes through to the pedophiles, like, you're gonna have to sit down. Turns around with a clipboard. He's like, no, Chris Hansen, you need to sit down.
Sit the fuck down, Chris.
I love that one episode.
We can
of
do this
Detective
easy way or
Predator
the
where the
hard
guy
way.
comes in naked.
Oh yeah, the guy
I
just
love
butt
that.
ass naked.
I just love
crippled
that
guy.
show. It's just so fucking hilarious.
It's funny because that's like the only guy who got away.
Oh yeah, and
He got away twice.
He was too slippery.
And I remember just fucking love like all the fucking the excuses and shit that they're given. It's just the funniest fucking show ever.
I didn't know she was 18. It says
I
right
love
here.
the one where
I
it's,
like
it's,
that you're
it's
12.
the Arabian dude with a big fucking turban, and he comes in and like for a 13-year-old girl or something, Chris Hansen is like, "Well, we got these chat logs. I was coming over to tutor her. I tutor her in math."
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And he's like,
They always find two
not,
things.
not in these chat
Rope and
logs.
condoms. Like,
Yeah.
I specifically remember, they're like, we searched your car, and you got condoms and rope. And then they're always like, why does it have condoms and rope in my car?
Hey, man.
Like,
You know,
whatever
what if you're in a
it's like,
dangerous situation?
It's like, what the
you
fuck,
need to lube up those ropes and then put condoms
I'm going
on.
mountain
I just
climbing
wanna see
later.
an
I'm
episode.
going mountain climbing later.
I want to
guys.
see an episode where they get Jean-Claude Van Damme to be the person who,
interviews Chris Hansen.
who tackles the pedophile. And I just want, like, a hidden cam to be, like, 4 miles away, just shooting on Jean-Claude Van Damme in a field. And when the pedophile is
4
coming
miles away.
Yeah, like 4
he runs
miles
the
away.
whole way.
No, with a little meter at the bottom. And the pedophile is coming in and all that. And right as Chris Hansen tells him to sit down, Jean-Claude Van Damme just starts to run. just starts running, just
Charging full charge for the house.
And then the pedophile is just in there and he's being interviewed. And then it cuts back and it says 3.2 miles. And it's just like a highway. And he runs right across.
That's awesome.
And then Chris Hansen keeps on talking to him. And then it says like 0.5 miles. And he's running up to the big bay window. And then right as he says, you can leave, Jean-Claude Van Damme jumps through the window and just tackles the fuck out of him. And then just never acknowledge it.
It's the only episode it happens that is never brought up again. Chris Hansen just keeps walking away slowly like nothing happened.
And for the rest of the episode,
He's like,
the
take care of
window's
him,
broken.
boys, and then...
The window will just always be broken for the rest of the episode, and they just never acknowledge it. Sometimes the pedophile's feet are bleeding, but they just never acknowledge
The
it.
worst thing is, I don't even imagine just the window being blown up. I imagine him tackling the guy through the opposite wall. Like there's just a giant hole in the wall, and whenever pedophiles walk in, there's just like, what the fuck? But Chris just keeps on going with the prop, like they didn't even say it. It's like, yeah, I understand, I really fucked up, but what the fuck happened over here?
And it's like
Sometimes they walk out one hole and then they like come around the house looking through the other one. And they're like,
just like,
what the fuck?
it would have to be like comically shaped like Claude Van Damme, like in this position.
No,
or
it's like
something.
the pedophile like this, like in one of those old
Like
movies.
this, and then like a hole like that.
Or yeah, like an outline kind of in the shape of Jean-Claude Van Damme tackling him at the waist. A pedophile line like this. With like like a candy cane coming in one and a little box of condoms flying at the wall.
You give me the idea of like
Maybe
he's
a
a
huge
nuclear
erection.
bomb, so like you see his shadow, the pedophile shadow's on the ground. And the guy's just like, what the fuck?
tackled him into oblivion.
Oh my god. No, they get fucking Kenshiro to be the person who escorts the pedophiles.
You're already bad.
You don't
There's
know.
just a bunch of walking shadows like through the room. They're like, what the fuck? Jean-Claude Van Damme like tackled them into like another realm.
Yeah. Into the shadow realm. And he duels
Only one,
them.
they both go into the realm. Only one comes out.
I love Jean-Claude.
Jean-Claude Van
Always,
Damme
it's
is
always John
catching predators.
He just does not give a Van Damme. I just love
He
him
crashes
so
through the
much.
window. A portal opens up on the wall. Like right as they go through, it's like zoop, zoop, and then Jean-Claude Van Damme walks back out like nothing happened.
No,
And they never address it.
no, Jean-Claude Van Damme, he just tackles and is just flying with this dude through the wall, just crash! And then it just keeps on going with the episode. And then later, there's a portal on the side of a house, and they just fly into it, and it just closes back up. And then like 3 episodes later, like
It opens up.
yeah, like during one of the investigations, right as one of the pedophiles sit downs or something, a portal opens up and it's in like Beijing or something, and they just fly
like-
out into another portal.
You're like,
And then, like, 2 episodes after that, it opens up and they're in hell. And they're just flying through.
demons
And
like
he's just
demons
flying-
like Hellfire, like
But
flying
now,
out like.
but now the pedophile starts to fight back, and he's trying to punch Van Damme in the face.
Wait, no, you know, DC versus Marvel, or
No,
DC versus Mortal Kombat. They
No, I
they
don't,
pick
because
the
they
guys
suck.
up. They like pick the guys up and then they like run them through a
No,
wall.
I didn't play that game.
Like,
It
I
wasn't
imagine
edgy
that
enough.
happening, where it's like Jean-Claude Van Damme is like the devil and like the pedophile, and he just like
No, it
has them
started,
both
like-
and crashes
Like, it
through the
literally
wall.
starts to become like an actual fucking fist fight. He's just beating the shit out of Jean-Claude Van Damme. This old, creepy, generic 70s looking pedophile with a little pedo stash and everything.
He's like the
And
alpha
then Jean-Claude Van
pedophile.
Damme, he flips him over and holds him like a battering ram and just rams him through all the stalactites in hell. And then finally, on Satan's portal, with a big fucking, like, Eye of Sauron-like portal, he just flies straight through Satan. Like, this pedophile's iron pedo stash and fucking titanium-rimmed glasses just go right through the Lord of Evil. And it flies right into the portal, and it comes out right behind Chris Hansen, and he just flies out and whacks Chris Hansen, and the pedophile just runs out that he's interviewing.
I don't know why. I just imagine one of those episodes, the pedophile walks in, John Blackclap's still running through portals, and then he just walks right back out.
I think we're getting on to something.
No, you know how
Who
we
the
always...
fuck is John Van Clam?
John Van Clam.
Here's the guy
John
who played
Claude
Guile.
Van Damme.
Here's the guy who played Guile in the Street Fighter movie. The live-action one.
No, you know how he's always sitting
He's
at a
an
table
old-action
with like a plate of
What?
cookies? A portal opens up from the ceiling.
Yeah.
They both like
Jackie Chan.
land on the
Who the
table,
fuck's
break the
Jackie
plate of
Chan?
cookies,
Brown.
like roll off, and like
Brown
they're
kid.
still beating on each other.
No, wait,
Nothing
one more portal opens up under the cookies. Jean-Claude Van Damme grabs it while he's still flying through other portals and he just starts eating them.
They fly through another portal. He picks up a cookie on the way. Like
One funny part. Oh my god, we just get like one scene, like one frame out of the Jetsons or something like that. Just like a really weird animation smear from the Jetsons. But two portals open up and it goes to slow-mo. Jean-Claude Van Damme flies out. And then like, I don't know, Jackie Chan or someone flies through the other portal, kicking another pedophile, and they just start having like a leisurely conversation. He's like, "Oh, well, how's the wife doing? Oh, she's doing fine.
How's the wife
Junior's getting AIDS and all this shit." And they just have
He has
this-
AIDS.
Yeah, he has AIDS. And just
I'm collecting
this
all the
normal
medallions,
thing.
you know.
Jackie Chan's like, "Oh, that's nice. So how's your sex life and all that stuff?" And they're just flying through the air. But then it just goes fast and it just disappears.
Jean-Claude Van Damme
And
tackles
then
Jackie
the-
Chan
And
instead
then
of
the
the
episode,
pedophile.
no, then the episode of Jetsons just
They
goes
keep
on as
fighting.
planned.
Alright, on the subject of superheroes.
Jean-Claude, who
Oh,
gives a
God.
damn?
Alright,
Wait,
if you could
hold
be,
on.
if you could be a superhero, which one would you be?
Like, okay.
Wait, I
And a
have to pick an
superhero-
already existing one, or are we picking powers?
Bat fucking man.
An already
Bat
existing
fucking
one.
man?
You're a man who fucks bats? That's your power?
I would love to be Bat fucking man.
Batman fucking.
You would be Batman, really?
I'd be Batman.
Okay, alright.
Well, I mean, Batman is literally like
Your
right under
parents are
Superman
dead.
in terms of like overpoweredness.
He
Like,
was money, power of money.
Yeah.
well, no, his power is like
Money.
unlimited intellect, basically.
Unlimited
And a
money.
billion.
Unlimited
his parents are
resources.
Yeah.
Has unlimited resources.
Well, resources, yeah, but
Which
like,
is why I'd rather be Iron Man because I like my parents.
Ooh, there you go.
does
Iron
Iron Man
Man's
speak to his parents?
Probably.
I thought his parents
are
died.
dead.
He just talks to
Well,
His
Batman.
parents
well,
are
he
died
just-
too,
no,
but
he's
they
saying
died
he-
of natural causes.
He's
Yeah.
saying he doesn't want his parents dead.
Yeah, at a young age, yeah.
Yeah. What?
I mean, you
At
have
any age,
Alfred,
really.
that makes up for it. I
Yeah,
like
yeah,
Alfred.
yeah, Alfred. He's a old person.
He's
He's old and
he's a
wise.
bitch.
Batman, Iron Man,
I don't fucking know. Come back to me.
be Spider-Man. Darren, what would
No,
you be? What would you
I'm
be?
not fucking
Me
Donald
grind
Glover.
damage with the president's
Talking from every orifice, man.
great strength.
No, I agree with that. He's Brian Damage. So we have one retard on our super team.
I thought they're really yummy.
But that's just my secret identity. I'm actually a Harvard professor at day, retarded superhero by night.
You're like Jekyll and Hyde when it turns night.
Yeah.
You like retarded.
You're just like, no.
I'm
my
a weretard.
PhD.
I'm a weretard.
I gotta talk to boys naked.
If you're not gonna pick Spider-Man, I am.
Okay,
No,
well, you can
like-
be Fat
like,
Spider-Man.
in all-
I'm Spider-Man.
I'm gonna be Goku.
In
But
all
I'm imagining
seriousness.
Spider-Man with your body type flying through the air, and it looks really weird.
It's
Fucking
hilarious.
awesome.
In all
It'd be
seriousness,
fucking awesome.
I'd be Batman-Uel. He can clean toilets really fast.
Batman been Superman been Batman.
Batman been Superman.
Batman, been suck my asshole out.
Ah,
Who are you
whooped!
gonna be? War Machine?
Batman's
What are you just choosing black heroes now?
Yeah, Black Hulk.
Human Torch.
Human Torch. Yeah, now they're new Human Torch.
No,
Can I be?
Harley Quinn.
I don't know.
Are you gonna be Harley Quinn?
The Joker.
Why the
Can I
fuck
be
would
the
I be?
Stroker?
Harley
If you-
Quinn's not a hero, first of all.
If you be Harley
I'll be
Quinn,
the
I'll be
Stroker.
the Joker.
And
Right.
then
Fucking weirdo.
John, you're the Stroker. Fuck no, you're not the Joker. You're the Stroker, man.
No, what's his name? That Mexican kid we used to hang out with.
Oh
At
yeah,
Tap.
Diabito.
No, at Tap. Remember?
Carlos Spicy Wiener.
Yeah, he was the dark stroker.
Yeah, he was the dark stroker.
He's the dark stroker. You can't take the stroker.
No, you are the stroker. He is the dark stroker.
Oh, so I'm just okay.
It's kind of like the cock goblin, the mystical combination of a goblin and a rooster, and his best friend, the big black sword polisher.
Batman, Iron Man, Spider-Man, and
Shit, I think I'd have to pick Batman too.
no, you can't have doubles. This is a super team.
That's why
He's
mine-
Robbie.
Oh, okay.
No, John, he's Robbie with the power to really,
really,
and he looks like him too.
He has the power to
He
control
looked
hot
retarded.
dogs.
dude. I like hot dogs.
Hugs, everyone, we did it.
Ah, shit.
proud of us?
He'll be
Yes.
Superman then, the most overpowered piece of shit.
Okay, that's
You
fine.
don't
that's
love
fair.
America. You're not legal.
Actually, I would be Captain America.
Oh, there we go. Now I can be Batman. Fuck you.
Motherfucker.
You fucked up.
Motherfucker,
Now you're
Why'd I
Captain
fuck
America.
up?
Captain
Why would
America's
you
an
be
idiot.
Captain
fucking
America?
awesome.
Captain
Captain
America's an idiot.
America has a healing factor. He has super
No,
strength.
dude,
he
fuck
has-
you, man. I'm
It's
totally
like
not
the
fucking
appeal of
Ultraman.
being a normal human, just like better, is like appealing to me. Which is why all the people I was thinking of were like Batman.
Wait,
I
can
wouldn't
change
want to be
it?
Captain America.
Well, if
I
you're
don't wanna be
changing it, I'm
patriotic.
changing it to
I already changed
Deadpool.
mine.
I'm changing it to
Yeah.
Dr.
Deadpool
Manhattan.
isn't a hero, you dumbass.
He's a-
Yeah,
Sort
he's a
of.
May-May.
No.
Fine, Wolverine.
Yeah, all right, there you go.
Wolverine.
Because
Wolverine's kind of an anti-hero
Well,
too,
no,
though. In
no.
the original comics, yeah. In the original
But
comics, he didn't
technically,
really-
he's more of a hero than Deadpool.
There was even a run where he was feral, fucking Wolverine, where he was fucking
There
basically
was also
bad.
a run where he changed bodies with Peter Parker and kept trying to fuck Mary Jane the entire
Yeah,
time.
dude.
Hey, I'd do it. If it was Emma Stone,
awesome.
I'd do it.
No, I like
Emma
Spider-Man. I'll
Stone
stay
was Gwen
Spider-Man.
Stacy. You
Well, no, I'll
fuck.
go with Deadpool. I don't want to ever die.
Shit. Well, I'd still fuck the
Well,
other
no,
one.
that's
Dr.
why
Manhattan.
I was thinking.
Oh!
Well, no, but
He wants to be Dr. Manhattan. That's a pretty good choice.
Well, yeah, Dr. Manhattan's an amazing choice. But
Yeah, with
like
a big
the
dick
thing
flopping
is with
around.
Deadpool.
That's the only reason I want it.
You want to have a big dick?
Yeah.
flopping
Oh,
around?
have
I haven't seen the movie. I just want a big dick.
Have you fucking
Okay.
seen that one gif of Dr. Manhattan putting a fucking, there's one big building up his ass, he's just jerking off, shooting
Did you
lightning.
play the Newgrounds game where he plays Dr. Manhattan and you fight people with his glowing dick?
Duh! but it says, who watches The Watchmen? Well, everybody.
Dude, I want to be the comedian. I'm dead.
You're
I don't
the
have to
comedian?
worry about saving the world anymore.
But like, I don't understand. I don't
Everything's
understand
a- everything's
how
a joke,
Watchmen, like the dynamic of the Watchmen team work, because like Dr. Manhattan is the only one that has like
Yeah.
legit superpowers.
Well,
true.
no, the silver
Rorschach's
fucker
ginger,
did.
that counts.
The silver fucker had superpowers.
Sort of. He had he had like super strength, basically.
He had
or
super
something.
strength. Couldn't he fly?
No, he couldn't fly. Not in the comic, I don't think.
Who?
Not
Wait,
in
I'm
the
trying to
thing.
remember. The silver dude. He was fast. He was super fast.
Are you talking about Quicksilver? Because
No, not
if
Quicksilver.
so,
We're
you're
talking
stupid.
about the Watchmen.
Yeah, I know. I just can't think of
The
anyone.
one who was
Oh, was he one of
the
the
one who
original?
went evil.
Oh, Osmandius.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
guy.
he's my favorite. He's my choice. He was always right.
Yeah, he's always right.
Can't go wrong.
But he could fly?
No, he couldn't fly. I think he just had super strength and like sight.
Oh,
super
no,
speed.
no,
for
no,
some
no,
reason,
no. I
even though
choose,
he
I choose
was basically
Awesome
just a
X
human.
of the Xticles.
What?
You never watched Frisky Dingo?
What?
No.
I don't.
You never watched that on Adult Swim?
No, I watched the Drinky
familiar.
Crow show.
I watched that too, but fucking
and Assy McGee, but I never watched
fucking
Frisky
Assy
Dingo.
McGee. I love
Fucking-
Assy McGee.
Alright, well, our super team has assembled.
Yeah, Batman, Captain America,
Dr.
Wolverine,
Manhattan.
Dr.
Now,
Manhattan.
if you could be a villain, who would you choose?
Oh, see, I could think about a million billion.
'Cause you're a
villains.
Billions.
a million
civilians.
A million,
I can think of
a
so many
million.
civilians I would want to be.
Oh,
Like James Reed.
And
John Green.
Daren.
I call Osama bin Laden.
Alright, there you go.
Who's the leader of ISIS? Abu Bakr? Yeah, I
Oh,
call him
I thought
Red and
Obama?
No, dude, I thought it
Red
was
and Baka,
Cobra
the
Commander.
popcorn guy, runs
Dude, it's
ISIS.
Cobra Commander.
Cobra Commander. I'd be Cobra.
Yeah,
I don't know, I need
oh
some
no,
thing.
I call Skeletor.
Okay.
Fucking Doctor Doom.
He was
Fucking
Dr. Doom.
Skeletor up in
Dude,
his
you just want to be a
bitch.
good rapper.
Yeah, I want to be MF Doom. I'm just like, I'll just spit rhymes forever. But no, Doctor Doom went back in time and lived out his life. He went all the way
He
back
also
in time
cried
to like
at 9/11.
All
like
the,
dinosaur era and just lived out his life.
I'll
Like
be
that's
Galactus.
awesome. All right, good for you.
Or like Apocalypse or Thanos or any
Oh,
of those
James,
super
you-
OP
Oh,
You've
ones.
seen
super
that-
overpowered ones.
you've seen
Well,
that
if you
one
want
comic
most
where-
overpowered, you can be the one.
Then I'd just be an old guy.
You just be God. You just be Stan Lee.
Yeah. He was a World War II veteran.
I've seen some stuff, man. I've seen some things.
Excelsior!
Excelsior! No, that's who I choose to be supervillain, Al Gore.
Excelsior,
Excelsior!
man.
I'm super serial. I invented the internet. I'm super serial. You guys won't take me super serial.
I'm gonna give you a 50-minute presentation.
Wait,
on
can I choose
global warming.
Deadpool now? Since he's not a hero.
No, he's not a villain.
Oh no, no!
Deadpool
Dude,
is literally just
no,
kind of
no.
an entity.
Fuck am I?
Dude, you could be Ted Turner.
Well, he did take
Ted Turner
Captain
is a
America's
supervillain.
side in Civil War.
There were no
Fine, then I'll be Ted
good
Turner.
guys or bad guys in the Civil War. It was just two sides fighting it out.
It was
I
a
don't
war
know
of
what you guys-
interests. It was a war
Yeah,
of attrition,
but, like-
John.
Oh, I thought it was a war of
Attrition?
incest.
Atrocities?
Attrition.
Atrocities? Atrocious?
You're atrocious. You're atrocious, John.
Atrocities?
You're atrocious.
Well,
You're a detrocious.
I guess I'd choose Venom.
Oh,
No,
Yeah,
Carnage,
Venom.
Carnage.
Carnage the
I'll pick.
Crazy
Yeah,
Fucker.
you can be Venom.
I
I'll
kicked
be
your
Carnage.
ass in the Super Nintendo Maximum Carnage game.
And
Why?
What?
Why?
Because both Venom and Carnage are fucking awesome.
Yeah, they
And they're
really are. I love the
badass.
symbiote. The symbiotes from Spider-Man universe were all really cool.
Yeah.
Like-
I mean, Carnage, I only pick Carnage because Carnage is more powerful than Venom, technically. But they can both take on Spider-Man.
Actually, at some point, Venom is equal or stronger than Carnage. I can't remember. But Venom was one of those weird, he was a villain sometimes, he was a hero sometimes. He was whatever the fuck he felt like.
Yeah. And
He was almost Deadpool.
But one thing that's usually, was always the same, I think, was that, Carnage and Venom were always fighting. They hated the fuck out
Yeah,
of each
they
other.
hated well, because the black symbiote and the red symbiote hate each other naturally.
Yeah, like blacks and whites.
Yeah,
Hate each
like
other naturally.
blacks and reds.
Oh, don't get all racial up in here, John.
Oh, no!
But the reds and reds and blacks fight the whites.
Wait, reds and blacks, that
Yeah.
would mean black guys and Native Americans?
What about
Yeah.
blues and purples?
What
Those
about
don't
our
exist.
greens
What
and
did James
oranges?
pick?
We don't talk about those.
He picked
Dr.
Dr. Doom.
Right.
Dr. Boom.
Well, I
My
thought
favorite
of a bunch of
supervillain was Earl
overpowered
Sweatshirt.
people. Well,
Yeah, he
goes-
So my
God.
question is, what are we doing as these villains? Are we actually...
well, yeah. Are we fulfilling their evil desires,
Or are we just ourselves?
Like
but
if
with
I
these
pick
powers?
Darkseid, am I fighting Superman constantly? Or if I
Yeah.
pick Brainiac, am I just fucking eating planets for some reason when I don't need
there's,
to?
There's a
absorb
resolution
knowledge?
to this, but I'm making my way to it, and you'll see.
Penis.
Well,
Yeah.
the only
Here's-
reason I picked
here's
Doctor
John's
Doom is
answer.
because Doctor Doom does whatever he
Oh, you're going to
wants.
say
and
when our
technic-
super team fights, who wins?
No, just you gotta pick one first.
All right.
Yeah, because John's
That's
answer
stupid.
to everything is yes.
What?
Yeah, it's pretty
yeah,
good
it's
impression.
ass.
Pretty
I
good
said
impression
yes.
I know, but I'm gonna take it as ass.
Okay, please do.
I
Please
don't know.
misinterpret
I
it.
get... Because villains don't really have,
Be Doc Ock.
good, normal human lives on the side.
Well, yeah, that's
and
my
that's just what I
problem.
want.
Well,
So-
no, that's why I went with
Sandman.
That's why I went with Captain America, because I could blend in, with the normal population
why I
to a
went
certain
with Iron Man.
extent.
Yeah, that's why I went with Batman. I could just take off the suit and just
And
go
I was
back to
Superman.
being
I mean, Spider-Man, and that's pretty much
Yeah.
the same.
So I
Yeah,
guess I'll
that's
just
why
go with
Daren
my favorite
took
villain and
brain
say I'm
damage.
Scarecrow, because I want to be Scarecrow.
That was my second choice, is Scarecrow.
All right. So now the resolution to this is, if you remember, obviously we all remember the heroes we chose. If we took the
don't.
hero we chose and the villain we chose, and they fought, which one of them would win? What do you
Actually, with mine, it would be a really fucking close battle.
think? Yeah.
I actually can't decide who would
Between
win.
Batman and that would be a great
Batman and
fight.
Dr. Doom would
that
be
would
a
be a
great
great fight.
Yeah.
Shit.
Who do you think?
Wait,
would
who is the hero you chose?
Well, thank God I didn't
Spider-Man. So mine's really natural than Spider-Man, and obviously Spider-Man will win because
Yeah.
I think he won. And
Yeah, he has.
So
He's
well,
beaten
that one's
hard.
really easy.
Alright, Iron Man versus Scarecrow. Obviously, Iron Man would
Holy
win.
shit! Yeah.
His suit is
That would
probably
be-
That's why
gas-proof.
when you said Scarecrow, I was like, oh fuck.
I know, because you were building to something. I knew that would ruin it. But
All right, wait. What was yours? Captain America and who?
Venom. I would like to see that fight. I
That's
feel like
actually a really
Actually,
cool
that's
fight.
a fight that's happened. I'm pretty sure.
I feel like that would be
I
a
don't
really
remember
cool
the
fight.
outcome, but I'm pretty sure that fight's happened.
Was it was it just called Carnage? I think because didn't it have Carnage and the backdrop was American, the flag. I could see that happening.
No.
What are you talking
Yeah, there's
about?
a Carnage comic where it's
Well, yeah,
Carnage,
there is.
and there's
And
a
there's an
backdrop
American
of an
flag,
American
yeah.
flag right behind him. Yeah.
But I don't think it has anything to do with Captain America.
Highly
Actually, I
relevant.
think Venom and Carnage have fought almost everyone in the Avengers. Honestly, I
I wouldn't be
know.
surprised because they
Yeah.
got together for Civil War. That would make sense.
Oh god, the Juggernaut's pretty cool too. But no, I am glad about God.
So Venom versus Captain America. Who do you think would win?
I don't know. I feel like it could go either way,
Yeah.
but I think either way would be a really awesome fight.
Yeah, I'd like to see that.
Well, yeah, like with mine, it's like I really can't. I don't know who would win.
I feel like Doctor Doom.
Well, no, Doctor Doom. It seems like the obvious thing, but like
Wait, who is your hero?
Batman.
Batman and Doctor Doom.
Because they're both smart and they both have
Here's
like
the thing.
that tech.
Batman was able to take on Superman,
Well-
and Doctor Doom is nowhere
Well,
close.
not even that. Actually, Doctor Doom's power is pretty limitless. He does at some point get the power to take on. I want to say Thanos. He actually goes head to head with Thanos for a while.
And, also,
And it wasn't even a thing of like, oh, I have to fight Thanos. He challenged him because he wanted to kill Thanos and take his power.
yeah. Well, that's also kind of a hard to just choice to make, just because they're also from different universes.
Well, but they both have that similar kind of like almost uncapped intellect. Like they're smart, like their intelligence grows with their enemy kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like they've taken down much. Like for instance, Batman has beaten Brainiac, which is kind of like the equivalent of Doctor Doom in the DC in the DC universe. But like Doctor Doom is still somehow different. Actually, no, I think Batman will win because Doctor Doom has that trope where he gets really cocky mid-fight and starts making mistakes,
Oh, okay.
and that's actually why he loses a lot of his fights in the universe. And I think that's why he lost to Thanos.
He gets a big boner and loses.
Yeah.
Actually, pretty much. He's just like, oh man, I'm
I
doing
gotta jack
so
off.
good.
See you later.
he
Loses.
he
Well, he
actually just
actually
starts
wins,
jacking
though.
off.
Yeah.
He's trying to block the. He's just like, stop! No! I'm jacking off! Stop! You see me!
Everyone wins though because he loses, but he also wins by
You're getting my
Yeah,
Doom
really
Coom
right.
everywhere.
You're getting it everywhere.
Well, what about the Human Torch versus Carnage?
What?
Human
Torch
Human
versus
Torch.
I don't know. I'd say Carnage.
Human Torch.
Human Torch,
Human
is
Torch
dumb.
has always that last minute clutch of going supernova.
Yeah. But why
Yeah.
would he do that?
Because
He'd
fuck
fuck everybody
Carnage.
over. Well then we're all dead. Thanks.
Well,
you fucking
like-
idiot.
Fuck
you.
he doesn't have to go complete supernova. He
Yeah.
can just go
He can go
around.
half
Well,
supernova.
isn't Carnage weak against heat?
Is he?
Yeah.
If I recall, the symbiotes are weak against heat
You might be right about
because
that.
I know they're also weak against sound.
Yeah, that's
Because
kinda...
like that's how he beat Venom the first time. It was that fucking bell tower.
yeah, in the
And
stupid
He
movie.
just like duh duh duh. Well, no, not even.
It was
did
in the
he?
comic
Oh
book
wait,
also.
he did do it in the movie. He did
Yeah.
it with steel beams.
Yeah,
Jet fuel can't melt those, by the way.
it's true. Yeah.
Daren's hero was
I was Ultraman, and the villain was Ted Turner.
I think Ultraman will win.
No.
I'm gonna go with Ted Turner on that
Ted
one.
Turner is Captain Planet.
No,
You
Ted
can't-
Turner's basically Batman.
No, he's Captain
He's a
Planet.
billionaire.
No, he's Captain Planet.
Oh, okay.
And if you disagree, he's gonna fuck you up the ass.
Oh, yeah.
Captain
Dude,
What
Planet!
about Batman versus Predator?
Batman, obviously.
Yeah, I wonder where you got that
Right, but
idea
I still
from.
like to see that fight.
Dude, who was it?
That'd be
Who's,
fucking awesome.
Danny Glover killed like 5 of them in that one movie.
Yeah, exactly. And he's not Batman.
Dude, Danny Glover is a human being. If Danny Glover can kill like 5 predators in a row, I'm pretty sure anyone can kill a fucking
In what
predator.
movie?
I forget
Predators?
one of the Predator movie.
That
Predators
recent one?
movie. No, it was in like mid series
Ah.
one. Run of the
Yeah.
thing.
Hey, I
You
still want
guys
to
are
see that movie.
nerds.
Batman versus Predator.
I like
What about
That would be a
Archie
really
versus
short
Predator?
movie.
Yeah,
Batman
Archie
has
versus
killed
Predator.
tons of aliens who've come to. Well,
Yeah.
not killed.
That'd be dumb.
He doesn't kill.
He doesn't
But
kill.
still.
Except
He's
for-
cast
But if
as-
Predator was at imagine if Predator was at superhero status.
Oh,
He'd be kind of like Batman.
Did you guys hear about that new Justice League? It's an animated movie, but did you guys hear about it?
I don't watch any of the animated
Oh,
movies.
it's one of those like alternate universe takes where Batman's actually a vampire, but like the whole twist comes from the fact that General Zod's DNA was what actually created Superman. Like it was basically a scenario where he beat Jor-El to the fingerprint DNA scan, and then he just puts his DNA in the child and then sends him off.
He fucked the.
No, he just.
He
So
fucked
there's
Superman
an egg.
and
There's
became a
a
vampire.
Well, no, the way
No,
he
I
was.
mean, I'm gonna go with Darren on this one and say it sounds pretty dumb.
Oh, it's one of those. It's just an alternate take thing.
It's one of those
thing.
really dumb things.
Well, it's
sound
one of
pretty
those
dumb.
ones where Superman
one of those-
just kind of kills villains. He's
No,
just like fuck
it's,
people.
It's just kind of those things where Warner Brothers just wants you, like $16 extra per DVD.
Oh, I don't know. I saw it free, so I don't think they wanted my money.
Wise man.
Well, they probably do, but like I'm not paying for it.
Yeah.
Like I'm never gonna pay for a Justice League animated movie. I'm sorry.
Not an animated one, but I want to talk a little bit about the whole, all the DC and Marvel films that are coming out. The whole
How
slew of
fucking
them.
long is this podcast?
What? A regular. It's only
Jeez, let's
15 minutes
complain
right
about
now.
the podcast on the podcast.
Jesus Christ, this podcast sucks.
You're fucking stupid. I'm enjoying thinking about hypothetical superhero fights.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
fucking
but
stupid.
then if we keep talking about that, people learn I don't know shit about superheroes.
Yeah, like me.
They're gonna learn when I
Oh,
leave
that's
that
the
in.
problem.
All right, so the new
I never asked you to take it out.
the new movies that are coming out. What would you say in 2016? What's the superhero movie you're looking forward to the most? 2016. There's so many of them coming out.
I hate to say I've kind of grown to that point where I'm realizing they're kind of overrated. Like,
Well, yeah, they're overrated, but fuck, I'm gonna go see them all.
well, no, I'm still gonna see it, but like, I guess I'm really hoping DC pulls ahead. To be honest, the Avengers movies don't appeal to me that much. Like, some of their individual films do, but
Winter
like I
Soldier
said,
was really good.
well, like I said, Ant-Man was a lot more appealing to me than Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
I was looking forward to X-Men Age of Apocalypse just because I was looking forward to that since the beginning of the X-Men live-action movies. But I saw it looks like a fan-made movie to me. Like, with all the actors, it's like none of the original
Well, it's not being
actors
made
and, like,
with by Disney or Marvel. It's just like a Fox film, right?
Yeah, it's just kind of like
So,
a
yeah.
Fox film, and then
They
they
don't have
only
that
have
much money.
Magneto, and then like some of the I don't like the way they portrayed some of the people, and let's be real here, they made Apocalypse look like Megamind.
Yeah, he looks stupid.
He looks really stupid.
all the characters look really stupid.
Like I was super excited for that, and they fucked it up. And then I'm never gonna be excited for a
They
Fantastic
fucking
Four
ruined
movie.
Nightcrawler. He looks like an emo teenager.
He looks
It's
like a
fucked
Hot
up.
Topic teen.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
They did the same thing with the Joker. I have to say Suicide Squad. I'm looking forward to that. Maybe Marvel vs. Superman, but I kind of know how that's going to go.
You mean Superman vs. Batman?
All right, why did I say Marvel vs. Superman?
Marvel
see that.
versus
That-
Superman 3.
Capcom versus Superman.
Everyone in
Buy
the
a
Marvel
copy and
universe.
play
He
it.
still wins.
He still wins, yeah.
Superman versus Street Fighter.
The thing
Coming
is, it's like
2016.
for me, it's a tie between Suicide Squad and Captain America: Civil War,
Mm-hmm.
because I've been looking forward to Civil War for a long time. But for some reason, I used to not give a shit about Suicide Squad. I had no idea anything about them. And when James talked about them, I'm like, oh yeah, that sounds cool. Not. But the thing is, I saw them. I know, I burned them
Oh,
pretty
dude,
good there.
he burned me. 90s burn
I've
right
seen
there.
I've seen the trailer at least 10 times now, and I
Dude,
don't know.
you're a
For
fucking
some,
faggot.
no, here's the thing. I know everyone's saying the trailer sucks, and they're all complaining about it. But for some reason, the trailer's just I don't know. I really want to see this movie.
No, I was just calling you a faggot for the sake of calling you a faggot. I actually don't. The trailer was alright.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it didn't excite me anymore for it because I was already excited,
It
but
didn't excite you.
it didn't make me
Didn't
hard.
excite Bike.
A lot of people were looking forward to seeing Harley Quinn. I thought that was stupid.
Probably went hot.
Yeah,
The
dude.
Joker.
And Margot. I've actually always really liked Margot Robbie. So
I'm
seeing
looking-
her as Harley Quinn.
The Joker's really hot too. I could really enjoy this movie if I just watched it as porn. I never do that with a movie, but maybe.
Well, I was never expecting Jared Leto to give a bad performance, but people are just oh, he actually performs good, but he still looks like a Hot Topic teen.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna look past that for the sake of the movie. I'm gonna look past that. But my only qualm with this take on the Joker is the tattoos. They're kinda
yeah.
stupid.
Well, how
Yeah.
old is he supposed to be? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
He looks like
Because-
early 20s, but isn't he supposed to be
He's
way
supposed to
older?
be
Way older, right?
He's supposed to be old enough
40
to
or
have
something.
lost his daughter and his wife. So why is he 15?
Yeah, he's supposed to be a middle-aged man. I can't see anyone but Heath Ledger as Joker anymore.
serious?
I can't see
Really?
anyone else.
Christopher
than
Nolan
Jack
ruined,
Nicholson.
Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, exactly. Jack Nicholson was perfect.
I mean, that one scene with the fucking gun pulling out of the pants leg, and it was 3 feet long. I mean, that was fucking hilarious.
Man, that sounds
He was
funny.
terrifying, and he was hilarious at the same time. Almost something Jack Nicholson would
Well,
do.
yeah, because he was the I hate Facebook pictures. I'm just gonna put that out there. Like,
in general.
Facebook.
well,
What if
no,
it's
like
your
you know
In a
those
book.
pictures where they just kind of take clips from a bunch of different like movies and they just put like a caption over it, and it's
Yeah.
just like, okay.
Lame.
But like there was one that was fairly accurate, and it was like the different Jokers throughout time, and it was like one was the gangster, one was the anarchist, and then one was a Hot Topic teen. I don't remember what they called the Hot Topic teen one.
I don't know.
Oh, psychotic.
I'll
Oh, I
put,
thought
the,
you were gonna say
I'll put the
fag.
picture up or something.
Sounds like a pretty good Facebook photo, James.
Yeah, man. Why'd you
Well,
make
no,
it?
but I thought it was somewhat accurate. Like I actually thought it was somewhat accurate.
I guess. I'm just glad I don't have a Facebook.
Darren with
I'm
his
just glad I don't
antisocial.
His hipster.
no,
Well, I don't check my Facebook.
I just
really.
don't like it.
I
Social
don't use my
network's
Facebook
stupid.
except for Messenger.
Actually, yeah, I don't like social networking that much. The only reason I keep a Facebook is kind of to keep in touch with people from high school. That's pretty much
I
it.
don't like people.
I never went to
so
high
I don't
school.
want to keep
Well, the reason I like Heath Ledger as the Joker is because like I like sort of the way they portrayed him more. Like I don't really like him as like for some reason Jack Nicholson just like freaks me out.
I mean, in
Well,
a way
like,
that's
he's
He
doing
just
his
freaks
job.
me out.
Doing his job.
But like
Jack Nicholson's job as a human being is to freak us out, and he's
Yeah.
doing it well.
No, man, it's to
But
get
no.
me Crab Nicholson's Extreme Sleepover 2.
Heath Ledger was
Strange
just like
adventure.
he was like a psychotic like freelancer.
Yeah.
Like he masterminded like it all, and to me that was like, all right, this guy is like you don't fuck with
I
him.
mean, it might be
like he could
controversial to
fuck you up
say.
like on his own.
Yeah, it might be controversial to say, but I'm thinking Renato will agree with me. Christopher Nolan's take on Batman was the best. Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah,
The other ones are
actually-
like comic book portrayals, but this one is like really like dark. Like this is what I
Well,
imagine
like-
Batman to be.
Well, like the thing I like about it was different and like it strayed away from the comic, but it was still like
Yeah.
really good. Like it's not like
It did its own thing really well.
well, I'm not saying X-Men is bad, but they did really fuck up a lot of the story with their take on the movie, and then they're kind of like, oh, let's justify it was let's send Wolverine back in time and then have him undo all of our movies.
Yeah. Why didn't they just start over?
They
They
could have
might
just
as
done
well.
a reboot, but like, well, they basically did a reboot.
I think
they,
the only reason
they
they
started over.
I think the only reason they didn't just do a complete overhaul was they were like, oh, we still have Hugh Jackman, and Hugh Jackman will bring people to the seats. So
Well,
they,
no, that's what
they
it
had
was.
to interject him in a way.
Every movie, Hugh Jackman was just the center, and it, like that's what kind of irritated me. It was just like, there's other X-Men, you know this, right? You did your research, I hope. Like, why did you send Wolverine back in time? How does that even make sense? When did she have the power to do this? When did Cat have the power to send people's minds back in time?
Yeah.
I don't, like, it was just weird to me. But, like, one thing I was really hoping was that Christopher Nolan would do, like, a Batman Beyond movie. Like, I
That would
always
be
wanted to see
really
that.
fucking cool. He would do that
Yeah.
like perfectly.
What's Batman Beyond?
It's Batman basically.
But cartoon. Imagine the Christopher Nolan Batman movies, but as a cartoon.
It was like it took place in the future, and it surrounded
How far in the future?
a guy named Terry McGinnis. Bruce is really
Guy Fieri?
old. Bruce is really old and kind of realized I can't be Batman anymore, but there still needs to be a Batman. There's a bunch of gangs derived from the Joker, basically. Like a bunch of people who were taking after his example and like got together and formed gangs.
Dude, that would be an awesome movie to see like all the old people, but then they have like now they have like their prodigies or like their
Well,
princes, whatever,
like-
and they duke it out.
There'd have to be a lot of special effects because like the flying cars, the whole the weird all the tech that Batman has or that Terry has as Batman, like because it's a whole new suit. He has the power to actually fly. He has things like sensors and like listening devices in the fingertips that if he places them to glass, he can kind of.
So
it's like a
It's Dark Iron Man.
sort of actually, but like
It's like
he
a
doesn't have
darker,
lasers.
slicker Iron Man.
Well,
Slicker?
it's like
Dude,
it's
in
like
the-
Batman just upgraded
In
basically.
basically the Batman v Superman, the super suit that Batman gets is like Dark Iron Man, and that's how he beats Superman or whatever.
Well, yeah, but that's been around for a while. That concept like Batman has always had a super suit, just like Lex Luthor has. It's just Batman has no occasions where he really needs to bring it out.
What do you guys think about who's that guy? Jewy guy.
You?
No, a different Jewy guy.
Sean A. Meyer.
The guy who's playing Lex Luthor.
Facebook guy.
Yeah, the Facebook guy. What's his name?
Mark Zuckerberg?
Mark Zuckerberg. I only remember
What?
his name as Mark Zuckerberg, but I know that's not the actor's name.
Yeah, Mark Zuckerberg is playing
Michael
fucking
Cera.
Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
No, it's not Michael
No,
Cera.
not Michael Cera.
Jesse Eisenberg.
Jesse-
Yeah, that's it.
Bow,
That's
bow,
it.
bow.
He's playing Lex Luthor. I was actually it was on an IGN page. I jokingly posted a picture of bald Nicolas Cage as what I wanted Lex Luthor to be, and it got a bunch of support.
I saw that. I saw that.
Oh, did you?
That was hilarious.
But it was one of those weird things where I posted it purely as a joke, but then I started looking at the picture and I was just like, God, he'd be a perfect
That's
Lex
exactly
Luthor.
what I thought. I was like, that's hilarious, but I was like, it works.
It upset me so much because it was just a joke, but now I'm just like, God, but this is what I want Lex Luthor to be now. So now I'm just like, no matter who they would have cast, I would have just been like, oh, it's not Nicolas Cage. Unless it was Nicolas Cage.
I think Nicolas Cage would have upset me more than Jesse Eisenberg.
Oh, they didn't cast Nicolas Cage. Cast Nicolas Cage.
Well, no, it was purely he had the look. It was weird, but bald Nicolas Cage looked exactly what you would expect Lex Luthor to look like.
I think you could do it. I think you could do it.
And no, Nicolas Cage is too Nicolas Cage.
Weirdly enough, I'm actually a pretty big fan of Jesse Eisenberg and his great body of works.
Yeah, because
So when
Great buddy.
When I
well, I know how you are with Jewish Hollywood.
Yeah. Jollywood, as we call it.
yeah,
Wait, have you guys seen Daredevil, the Netflix series?
some of
No,
it,
a
like a
little
few
bit.
episodes.
The main villain. Oh, I don't know if you guys have gotten far in it.
Is
I
it
don't think
Kingpin?
Pimp.
It's it's kind of like the Christopher Nolan what they did with Batman. It's the same thing, but it's its own thing. It's like Daredevil, but it's its own thing. But it's good. It's a good series. But
Yeah. I know what you're saying.
the actor that they have as the main villain, the look for Lex Luthor is spot on. He looks like the cartoon character.
Really?
Oh, okay. So you're saying he would probably make a better Lex Luthor than Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah.
Well, I can kind of see. No, he has kind of a too calm, too.
You know who I'm talking about, right?
No, I don't know who you're talking about,
See,
but
let me
I
find a
understand what
picture
you're
of him.
saying. But Jesse
I'm gonna steer
Eisenberg.
this conversation towards because I'm never gonna get a chance to talk about this. Me saying Paper Towns. There you go. There you go.
Don't talk about it.
All right, I fucking watched
Well, no,
Paper Towns.
I saw it as even from the previews, I could kind of tell oh, this is a John Green movie that's less
Like Fault in Our
Fault
Stars.
in Our Stars and more okay.
Wait, it was written by a guy?
It was
John
written by
Green.
John Green, the guy who made Fault in Our Stars.
Yeah.
Well, then I guess the movie means less to me now then because I thought it was written by a woman. But whatever.
Oh, you fucking sexist!
Oh!
Sexism alert!
Oh, rape alert! Rape alert!
What?
All right.
So is that your? Oh, it wasn't written by a woman. I'm just raping people.
Better go rape.
Oh,
That's
shit.
how it
I
works.
thought
Guys,
women
cover
had
your
value for a
assholes.
second. I guess
It
I
had
don't.
Cover your
It had
fucking buttholes,
All right.
guys.
The
John
lesson
Thorne
at the
rape alert.
end, I actually thought was really good. I think it was shot really nice, and I kind of like composition. Some of the jokes were a little funny. It was kind of it's just about some. It seemed like those love stories where it's the fairy girl.
Well,
the
yeah,
concept.
he's chasing her, and it's just she seems like this unobtainable thing, and he's
Yeah.
trying as hard as he can to obtain her.
The lesson at the
wait,
end.
I know which one you're talking about. I really want to see that movie, actually.
The lesson at the end. I'm gonna spoil it for you.
No.
Okay, I won't spoil what happened.
All right, Daren. All right, Renato, go join Daren. Go to sleep. Get out of here, then.
Close your ears. All right, he's closing his ears.
Inuyasha sucks dick.
Halo
fuck
sucks
up,
ass.
Okay. The lesson at
Halo
the end.
sucks.
Lesson at the end was that
You don't always
it's
get what you
unfair.
want.
It's unfair to women for anyone really to see a person as not anything but a human being because his fault was that he saw her as some fairy mystical type person, and I think the story the lesson is just women aren't these
They're not goals.
They're not
Unobtainium.
goals. They're not obtainium. They're not magical beings that are some form of higher life.
vagina
Not a way
isn't
to fix
heaven.
your life.
They're just human beings like us, basically.
And basically
like
the
everyone
lesson
else,
was
they're
is-
just human beings,
and-
and it's unfair to treat someone like they're not a human being,
Yeah.
better or worse.
Well, yeah, I get that. But
And
so
I
the
thought that
lesson
was
was
good.
basically it's 2015. Why aren't we fucking
Dude,
dudes
and
yet?
I seriously,
It's
I
2012. Why aren't we fucking dudes?
I
yet?
saw it with my sister, right?
And then you
And-
just looked at your sister and you're just like, you're just someone's object.
And you were just
Oh,
like,
you
why
just
aren't you
to be-
fucking
and
dudes yet?
and then she was just like, John, this was directed by a guy. And you were just like, rape alert. And then everyone in the theater started running out.
Get ready! No, I was like, no. I actually enjoyed it more than my sister did because she dragged me to it. Basically, she was like, it was like a 6 out of 10. I
Oh,
was
dude,
like,
she dragged you like some sort of object?
yeah, man, she was a bitch.
Renato! She needed that movie.
Stop clipping the fucking mic!
Stop clipping the fucking audio. Well, yeah, I
Audio.
enjoyed it. I actually enjoyed it more than my sister did. I thought that was weird because she was the one that was dragging me there. I was actually the only dude in the theater too.
Oh, yeah, it's a John Green movie.
Oh my god, Renato.
Please.
Halo
Well,
sucks.
like, John Green is one of those people that...
Renato, please.
That's it. John, you're off the show.
All right, you were saying.
Oh, John Green is one of those people that some of his points are really valid, but he's such a pretentious fuck, and like he's one of
sorta
those
not.
generic Tumblr. He has like a lot of generic Tumblr-y quotes. Like people love just
Oh
tearing
yeah,
his quotes
he's
from
amazingly
books
popular on
and then
Tumblr.
just putting them over something.
Yeah, yeah.
And like that's like John Green.
But he's
is
a white
Tumblr.
cis
I
male.
don't-
How can he have an opinion?
I don't really see him as pretentious though. Like,
Well, it's one of those.
if you wrote a book, you might as well believe in the shit you're saying, and it's so safe.
Well, it's one of those things, but it's just like the quotes are so like. How do I explain it?
I've seen the quotes. I know what you're saying, and they're like, but they're written that way because they're meant to appeal to people who are
Yeah, it's supposed
like
to be like
15,
appealing
14-year-old
yeah,
girls.
but that's like my thing. It's just like they're
15-year-old girls is this thing.
yeah, 15 rape
Good night,
alert.
everybody.
But but like it's they're such generic quotes, and like some of them are just like done. Some of them are just classic quotes, just kind of reworded slightly, and it's just like they give them like such like. Oh my god, he's a genius. He's such a prodigy. This is so breaking age. My Johnny's so tingly. John Green! John Green!
Fuck me, John Green!
I've got a fart in my... I've got a fault in my pussy. Only you can fix it. Please,
The fault
John.
my gooch!
I'm kind of like sad that Daren left because I know he'd love this discussion. Have you guys seen Scott Pilgrim?
Scat
Yes.
yeah.
I
I've
love
never
that
read the
movie.
book.
You've seen it?
I
You've
love
seen
that
it?
movie.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
Not book, not movie.
Well, I recently saw it. I finally got around to seeing it. Somebody recommended it to me just as like they were saying you should see it just because it's like it's more of a visual piece. And he told me, and I didn't realize it was made by Edgar
Sarah.
Wright.
Yeah, Edgar Wright.
And as soon as I heard it, I was like Edgar Wright. I was like, all right, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I
have
love
to see
Edgar
it now.
Wright.
I saw it, and it's fucking awesome. I thought it was gonna be weird hipster. It kind of is, but I just thought it was like a stupid hipster movie.
Yeah.
But it's pretty cool. It's well made.
It's good.
really well
It's a
made.
good
Well,
movie.
because it's made by Edgar Wright. And like,
You know, we should
a lot
watch
of
after
work
this
put into it.
podcast.
What? Scat?
Scat Pilgrim.
Pilgrim.
Cat porn.
Yeah, he hasn't seen it yet.
So
He's a
I
good
think we
boy.
should wrap this up.
Right before you
I
tap
mean,
it.
you,
All right,
you
Jimmy,
can,
I'm gonna
we
say
can
it-
all give our thoughts on
James.
Scott Pilgrim real quick, and then we'll wrap it up.
No, James. Let's do a wrap up.
John A. Maya. He is a faggot.
We talked about the pedophiles, superheroes too.
How about that Pixels dough? Oh wait, that was last podcast. Wait, this is thank you for some subscriber. Thanks to those subscribers.
What are you?
John
I,
A. Meyer.
Subscribers.
I actually had like a train going, and now I don't
Train
know.
going on Andrew.
I was running a train, man.
I was running a train on Andrew.
I was running a one-man train. There was only a conductor. I was also the caboose.
You were fucking yourself in the
I was
ass.
fucking myself in the ass infinitely.
You went inside your own ass.
Dude, what was that
Yeah.
like? That joke porn like site?
E-fucked.
No, Wood Rocket.
E-fucked.
No, it was E-fucked where it,
Oh.
like
Someone told me to go fuck myself, and I was like, I
I
can't.
can, yeah.